All right. Oh, so let's look at this again. So we have an experience. All right. Now this experience, you call it a learning, right? And then your brain will encode it. So now you have this memory. All right. You have this memory. Now you're walking down the street, you hear a song on the radio, and consciously you remember this memory. Now the act of remembering a memory, the memory comes up, and depending on the emotions, the intention, and what's going on in your life at that point when the memory shows up, those emotions and feelings and the intention behind it will actually adjust the memory. It'll add to or take away. So then, when you're done, the memory is stored. So now you have a different version of the same memory. But now it's a little different. All right? Later on, you'll come back. All of a sudden, you may recall the memory. The memory comes up. And then when you're done looking at it, viewing it, the memory is now recorded again. All right. Since what we're sharing with you is the internal construction of memories, how memories are actually encoded. All right. Now, inside of the memories, as I shared with you before, inside of memories, we have basically 5 ways that memories are encoded. We talked about it: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, smell, and taste. So we got these 5 basic modalities that the brain will encode memories. And of course, you know, you have the neurons, the memories, and so there's a synapse, and they don't actually connect. In between them is the code in which the memories are connecting to other memories. And so it may have a sound, and it goes over to the sound part, or an auditory part, a visual part, and it's encoded in your mind. And so if we understand that your mind has visual, auditory, kinesthetic, taste, and smell, and then also inside the mind is encoded memories as first person, second person, third person, and fourth person. And then we also know, and we talk about, everything inside your memory is yourself. So, you know, when you have a memory of your mom and your dad are not inside your mind. It's how you encoded the memory and how you stored it. And once we go to memories, and when you go to memories and you start changing how you encode it, you actually change how you internally represent it, how it feels in your body, and also how you attract it. So memories are only programs in your unconscious telling you how to act, perform, and who you are. Now, the key to rewriting a memory is catching it at the right point. That means as soon as you access the memory, the accessing of the memory is the point in which we would call defractionate or interrupt the contents inside the memory. That means we can tap on it, we can do different things to change the memory. So you go to a memory, you have a memory of your mom and your dad, and they're yelling and fighting. You have emotions, you have visual construction, you have auditory construction. As we start tapping, you start recoding the memory. All of a sudden, when you recall the memory, you now have a total different memory with a big fat smile on your face, and now it doesn't bother you because the emotion's been changed, the visual's been changed, the auditory's been changed, and you don't smell or taste anything. Does that make sense? So the point of interception is the moment you access it, the emotions, the feelings, the intention behind visiting does automatically shift memory. Now we have the intention to go in and look at the memory, and now we're going to look at mom's face. We talk about the 6 different ways that we re-imprint memories. 6 basic ways. You remember that? So when you go to 6 basic ways of re-imprinting memory, we usually start at the top and we end at the bottom. By the time we get to the 6th way, we bring in new resources, and when we're done, we've got a happy, smiley face. Now the first one is spontaneously re-imprinting the memory. It just does it itself. And the next 5 and 6 2 through 6 is how we manually rewrite the memory ourselves, therefore creating a whole new outlook of life. Now the brain, since you go to the bad memory, you change a bad memory and turn it into a good memory, and you can't find the original because the original's been rewritten by merely going to the memory itself. If you go and try to create a second alternative memory, like you got a bad memory and it's sitting still in your unconscious, and you say, well, I'd rather this happen. Now, when your mind recalls, it has an option, feel bad or feel good, and usually the feel bad has more emotional resources. Therefore, also you have to understand that the bad also has a self-protective mechanism inside to keep you safe, based on the moment of time that it was written. And usually it's written when you were a little kid and you were scared and you didn't have as many resources as you do today, but now you're still acting like a little child now because you went into the hypnosis of your memory. So what we want to do is dehypnotize you, reprogram your mind, and create the life you'd rather have by taking conscious control of the unconscious. All right, you got it? So defrag. Defrag is happening right as you access memory. And that's how you're going to rewrite it. This looks a little bit better than what I drew the other day. Any questions with that? Is that pretty clear? Good?